Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward. And right now we are in a whole pandemic over the coronavirus, and a lot of gyms are closing down, so you may not be able to go to the gym and work out. But that doesn't mean you can't keep yourself fit. You can still work out at home, get a great workout, maintain your muscle, keep burning body fat, even if you can't get to the gym. Now, in my case, I'm fortunate enough to have a home gym for such situations. So this is my home gym, right? You've probably seen me do videos about this in the past. You know, I've done several workouts here. So if worst case scenario, if the gym does close down, I can come in here and work out. So I've got a power rack, I've got cables, I've got a good setup, I've got dumbbells. So I'm not stuck. I can get a great workout. But I know a lot of you watching this, you probably don't have access to a home gym like this. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna take you through a workout that you can do at home with minimal equipment and still build muscle, burn fat, and get yourself in shape. So I'm not gonna be using this. So let us leave the home gym, come out here into my rec room / Harvey's playroom, and we're going to do a workout here instead. And it's just going to be some basic exercises using body weight and rubber resistance bands. So right there over on the sofa, angle it over, I've got a bunch of resistance bands. You can pick these up anywhere. I mean, you can get them at Walmart, you can get bands off Amazon, you can get them at pretty much any sporting goods store. You probably have a set of bands at home now. If you don't already, I'll post a link where you can actually order them right on Amazon, have them, shipped to your house. So you don't even need to go out in public to get them. So check the description below this video for a link where you can actually order some rubber resistance bands and do a workout just like I'm going to take you through right now. What I'm going to do over the next several videos, I'm going to be posting some different body weight workouts that you can use. Now this one, I've put together a plan. Let me show it to you right here. I've just scribbled down a program that I'm going to be following. It's going to include basically total body training for all your major muscle groups, starting off with a warm-up, some mobility work, and then hitting all the major muscle groups. You're going to get a good pump, and this will help you to build muscle, burn fat, and stay in shape even if you can't get to the gym. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do now is just warm up the entire body. We're going to start from the neck and work our way down with a general warm-up. So I'm just going to do some neck rotations, up and down, side to side, ear to shoulder. And that's something you should be doing just to warm up your neck. The neck is very often neglected, but you want to do some exercises for the neck on a regular basis because that can be the root cause of a lot of problems. In this workout, when we're at home, we're going to make sure to prioritize things that we normally don't do. So that's good. Now we're going to do some arm circles. So arm circles backwards, forwards. Going to do some rotator cuff rotations. And you can do as many of these as you like. I mean, obviously for the sake of video, I'm just going to limit it to one set, but you can do as many sets as you like in order to feel well warmed up and mobile in these areas. Now we're going to do some chest flies. So just use your arms and simply go through a fly motion. Stretch out the chest, work the rear delts, the upper back, just to improve mobility in these areas. Do some diagonal flies. All right, now we're going to do some trunk twists. So feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, hands up to the sides, and some trunk twists. Next, I'm going to do some deep knee bends. And now I'm going to do some jumping jacks as a cardio warm-up. You can do them side split like I was doing. You can also do them to the front. Another great warm-up that you can do is simply running on the spot. So, I mean, as simple as it is, just running in the spot like this. Great way just to move the body, get some blood flow, some circulation, and it's a great way to get a warm up in before you actually do some resistance exercises. You know, you can do high knees. This is something we used to do when I used to play soccer. Bottom line, you just want to get the body moving. Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're moving, getting your heart rate elevated, getting some blood flow and some circulation. So now we've got ourselves all warmed up, ready to go. I'm going to do some push-ups. This is my first strength training exercise, and push-ups are fantastic. It's one of the most underrated exercises, but it's fantastic for building up the chest, building up the shoulders, the triceps. It engages your core. It's a phenomenal exercise. So for this, just rep them out. You can do different hand placings. I'll show you a bunch of different variations in this video. Now, another variation you can do with the push-ups, so you can go wide spacing with your hands. I'm going to place more of the emphasis on the chest. You can also go really narrow, place more emphasis on the triceps. And you can play around with it. I mean, there's all kinds of push-up variations you can do, but that's a great one to pump up the pecs. Now we're gonna do the opposite. Next up, I'm gonna do some seated rows for my back. And for this, I'm gonna use a bunch of resistance bands. Now what I've got some different ones, a light one, a heavier resistance. Because the row is such a strong exercise, I'm gonna use both of them together. And I'm gonna use the leg of the sofa right here to wrap the band around. So, gonna slide it in here. One band, stack another one in there. All right, so I got two bands set up here inside the sofa. Just sit back. I'm gonna do some seated rows. And obviously you can adjust the tension by just wiggling yourself further and further back. Let's really squeeze your back. Pull it and really try to get a good peak contraction. So this is mimicking a cable row that you would do at the gym. I recommend 10 to 15 repetitions. Again, it all depends on the tension of the band. If the band is heavier, then you'll get away with less reps. If it's lighter, you might have to do 20, 25 reps, but basically we're just trying to get a good pump. You can also do some high rows for this one. Just row almost like a face pull. Working our way down the body, gonna do some squats. And for this, you just need your own body weight. So just do a full squat. You could also do lunges. So just straddle your legs and do a lunge. Make sure to do both legs. So basically, with just those few exercises there, right? The warm-up, the push-ups, the rows, the squats, you just hit your total body. But we're gonna throw in some extra ones to make it a more complete workout. Next on the list, gonna do some work for the triceps with some rubber bands. So the bands are already set up now from when I was doing the seated row. And now I'm just gonna face away from the band and do an overhead tricep extension. So this is similar to what you would do in the gym using cables or like an easy bar overhead tricep extension. So just gonna grab them and extend overhead just like this. You could also do a tricep kickback variation as well. Grab the bands with one arm like this. This one's actually pretty tough, so I probably only need to use one band. Here we go. So I'm going to kneel on the handle of one side so that the band doesn't slide through, and just do like a tricep kickback. That's a killer. That's even harder than the dumbbell variation. So do the other side. Again, I'm going to kneel on one handle of the band so it doesn't slide through. Just to do a kickback. And to work the biceps, we're going to just stand on the band and do a standing bicep curl. This is a really good one to pump up the biceps. So take a medium resistance band. Make sure that it's evenly spaced between your feet. So play around with it. You want equal tension in both handles here. And just curl straight up like this. And when it gets too hard to do both arms simultaneously, you can switch and do alternate curls. And when you do alternate curls, it'll allow you to continue on and get more repetitions, because now you're giving each bicep a little mini break in between reps. So it'll just allow you to train even harder. And for this one, just do high repetitions. Again, pump it out until you really get a good burn in the biceps. Now we're going to do some work for the deltoids. And for this one, we're going to use a lighter tension rubber resistance band and set up the exact same way we did for the biceps. So we're going to stand on the band, center it again between your feet. Make sure you have equal tension between both sides of the band. All right, that's pretty good. I'm just going to do some side lateral raises. Now there's a cool variation you can do with this one if you want to get more of the tension in the bottom range of motion. Just cross the cable over, or the rubber band over, and it'll give you more tension in the bottom. So you won't be able to bring it up all the way, but you get more tension in the bottom range of motion. It's just another variation that you can experiment with your home workouts. Oh man, I'm getting a killer pump already. So that is the side head of the deltoid. Now to work the rear delts, you can do a similar variation, taking the rubber band, and all you're going to do is a band pull apart. So this is how that one works. Just grab the band, hold it in front of your body, and pull it apart. And this is going to work the rear delts and the upper back. And of course, you can play around with the tension. I mean, you can wrap it around your hands if needed to make it easier or harder. But this is a phenomenal exercise. Really works the rear delts and upper back. And you can also work the front head of the delt with a front raise. So just like we did for the side raise, stand on the band again. Make sure it's good and even between both sides, and just bring it straight up to the front. Now the final exercise of our workout, it's going to be some work for the abdominals, and for this I'm going to do the plank. And planks are another underrated exercise. It's such a simple move. Like it's a static contraction, so there's no actual movement involved. You're just statically contracting your abdominals, but it works the abs the way they're meant to be, because the abdominals are basically stabilizer muscles for your core. And that's exactly what the plank does. It helps to stabilize the core. So for this one, there's a couple different variations I'll just demonstrate on the video, but the basic one is just to rest on your elbows. So get down like this, on your tippy toes, on your elbows, keep your torso straight, head and neck neutral, and just hold this for time. So initially it's going to seem pretty simple, but after about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, thereabouts, you're really going to feel this one working. So just hold it for time until your abs really start to fatigue. Now obviously I'm not going to hold it too long on video because it can get pretty boring, me just standing or holding the plank position like this, but this is exactly what you would do in your own workout. Hold it for time. Ideally you would even have like a stopwatch or something or even your phone or a timer or something like that, so that you can use that to gauge your progress. Just have a little timer there and shoot for a minute hold for each set. Now, another plank variation that you can do, you can get up in a push-up position, just like this, and do the exact same thing. Just hold this push-up position, and it's going to engage your core just like it did on the elbows. Another one you can do is a shoulder tap plank. So for a shoulder tap, it's going to engage your core even more. So this is like an advanced plank. Place your hands closer together, feet wider apart, so you're almost like a tripod, and then we're just going to touch the shoulders and try to keep your torso and hips solid during the entire movement. And this is a really good one, because as you shift the weight from hand to hand and touch the shoulder, it's going to work each side of the abdominals and the core, and you'll really feel it. It's one of those exercises you'll have to try to fully appreciate. But this is an advanced plank variation, also good for shoulder stability as well. Another plank variation that you can try is the up and down plank. So it's basically alternating between the elbows and getting up on your hands. So for this, we'll start on our elbows and just come up on our hands, down on our elbows. So there you go. That is a total body workout that you can do at home with minimal equipment. All you're going to need is a set of rubber resistance bands like I've got right here, and your body weight. That's it. So even if the gym is closed, even if you can't get in there, you don't have any excuses not to work out. And I mean, this is something you can do even during like a normal situation. Even if it's not a coronavirus emergency, you can still do this kind of workout at home when you're too busy to get to the gym. Like I do this a lot myself on those days where I'm just extra busy, I don't have time to go to the gym. I mean, hey, you got 20 minutes, you can do a simple little workout like this. Just do 2 to 3 sets of each exercise. Do it in a fast-paced fashion. If you want, you can even do it like in a circuit routine. Go through like 1 set of each exercise, repeat the entire thing, or you can do it in straight sets where you just like do all your push-ups, do all your rows, do all your squats and tricep extensions and bicep curls and lateral raises, and then all your planks. Like you can have fun with this. It doesn't have to be a strict workout where like you have to have set and rep pattern where, oh, I have to do like 8 to 12 repetitions or whatever. No, just go high reps, get a good pump. I mean, the volume is really going to depend on, first off, your conditioning. Like if you're in really good shape, the body weight exercises are probably going to feel easy, so you'll have to do higher reps, higher sets, just get more volume, more time under tension. If you're not in such a good shape, then maybe those body weight exercises are going to be max effort. Maybe like you'll be hitting failure in 5 to 10 reps, depending on your conditioning. With the band exercises, it really depends on the tension of the bands. Like if you have really hard bands, and you can get hard stackable bands where you can like stack multiple bands on top of each other and make it a really challenging exercise. So if you have hard bands, I mean, you can literally do heavy sets of like 5 to 10 repetitions. If you've got easier bands, you might have to do 15, 20, 25 reps. But it really doesn't matter. Like all we're trying to do here is get a good workout. You can always go back to your old programming that you were following when the gym reopens and you can get back to a normal routine. This is kind of just like some filler, and it's a lot of fun. It's something that you can do, get a great pump, just have some fun with the workouts, and still keep yourself active. And that's the purpose of this. So hopefully you enjoyed the workout. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback about it, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below. I always love getting those comments and feedback. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel. Smash that like button, click that bell so you get notified whenever I add new videos. And I'll be doing more workouts like this, because this whole coronavirus thing and the gyms being closed, it's probably not going to end anytime soon. So I'm going to be showing some different workouts that you can follow along with if you are stuck to working out at home with minimal equipment. Now, if you want to get some more workouts in the meantime, I have a full playlist that I put together covering a dumbbell workout routine. So this is exercises for all your major muscle groups, the chest, the back, the shoulders, arms, the legs, all that, using dumbbell exercises. So I'll have a link to those in the video description below. It's a full playlist. I'll probably bloop it up to the side as well, so you can go check those out. So you're not in a jam, right? Even if you can't make it to the gym, there's always a way to work around it. So hopefully you enjoy these workouts, and I will be talking to you in my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.